I was thinking about many of the expressions that combat veterans make about war. And invariably and overwhelmingly, if you ask any combat veteran, most of them will tell you that war is disgusting, that it's the lowest expression in human behavior, that it makes them feel dirty, that it destroys their hearts, that it destroys their psychological well-being, that they want nothing to do with it. And you see a lot of people, they go back to serving not because they're addicted to war or anything like that. The only reason that most of the combat veterans return to combat is to help the guys. That's it. It's about the guy next to them, the guy and the girl next to them. That's it. That's the only reason most of them go back. Most of them just, they want to do something to help their friends. Now, my family has served in the United States Armed Forces for generations, and the vast majority of them have served. A lot of them in combat, Vietnam War, Korean War, World War II, World War I, the Middle East, and they will. I was just talking last year with my uncle. He served Nam, he served Korea, and the position he had was deceptively important. He was just a country boy from a little town at the outskirts of a big town in Puerto Rico, and they sent them when he was in Vietnam. He was in charge of sectors or parts of military intelligence guided strike force, and he basically used recon, whether it's from boots on the ground, special teams, infiltration recon, marine recon, or whatever they had out there in the bush doing recon, and also aerial recon and many other recon, intelligence ways. And he designed strike packages for bombers, and he told me, this man has seen carnage and dished out tremendous amounts of death in his life, and I could see the anguish in his face when he told me, after he was telling me about a strike package he put together in Vietnam, and when he sent the guys out there to do the assessment after the strike, and they came back with a detailed report, photographs, and video and testimony of the carnage that he had inflicted upon people, and you could see him telling me, he was telling me, it's like, I thought to myself, what have I done? I mean, this man with tears in his eyes. And this was the supposed enemy. This was their land. And this, the people that had been attacked and invaded, raped, pillaged by the French. Then the United States, the Americans, based upon another lie, the Gulf of Tonkin. Any Vietnam vet will tell you that knows anything about the truth about Vietnam. They will tell you the Gulf of Tonkin incident was a fucking lie. And we sent the best that we had, the best of our youth, the brightest, the bravest out there to die and kill people that hadn't done shit to the United States based on a lie. And the soldiers came back heartbroken, destroyed, ashamed of themselves, many of them, for the carnage that they had to dish on people that had nothing to do with hurting us. Even when it was justified, when the attacks were justified, soldiers were never the same. After they put out an artillery strike on a target, I mean, and they went in and saw the carnage that they had created, even defending themselves, they will never leave them, because down deep inside we're all one species. We're all one species. Even the Japanese, the Japanese, when they opened their eyes and they got film of Japanese soldiers and American soldiers hugging and crying. It's like, what did we do? What were we thinking? We should have never supported this barbarity. War is not cool. War is not glorious. There's no glory in it. It's just the lowest expression of human existence. And it always ends up being the same. The poor fighting the wars to keep the rich rich. That's it. And it won't be until young men and women stop volunteering for war that we're gonna stop having wars. Because at the end of the day, most of the wars that we've been involved in are unnecessary. And the Germans, the German people, you can't say that all the German people were bad people when they joined the Nazis. They were manipulated, yes, but then there had to come a point when they had to say, no, we're not going to follow this madman. And then the ones who opposed them, they got sent to concentration camps, or they got billed as traitors and stuff like that. So there will have to be some sacrifice. But that type of war is justified. If you want to fight a war, fight the war against oppression. Fight a war against wars. The Second World War, the First World War, they could have been avoided. The Treaty of Versailles basically started the Second World War because of the crazy things that were done to that were imposed upon Germany, and all the war costs and all the shit that was put upon them. So but still they were necessary wars, so we had to fight them. But a lot of the other wars, we didn't have to go into into Korea, we didn't have to go into Vietnam. A lot of those things could have been avoided. We had to do the Civil War to end slavery, and that was a necessary war. 600,000 Americans died fighting that war. Some of them my people. So think about it. There is no glory in war.